Hey guys, thank you for watching my channel Gustography. In this video I'm gonna do another Hoya tips and care, and I'm gonna talk about this Hoya, which I don't really see a lot of people talking about it as much as I think it should. This Hoya is a Hoya cultivar, meaning that it does have two other types of Hoyas in order to make this Hoya. So it has the parent Hoyas to this plant are Hoya finlaysonii, and then it also has Hoya meredithii. So those are the two parents, and then once you cross both of them, you get Hoya Irina, guys. This is my all-time favorite Hoya in my whole entire collection, guys. That's a very bold statement to say because I do have over, I think, 80, maybe 80, 90 Hoyas in my collection, but this Hoya has to be my favorite because so let me tell you something about this Hoya and Hoyas in general. I started liking Hoyas because of their foliage, because of the leaves, the pattern of the leaves, the look of the leaves. Every Hoya is a little bit different. You have your Hoya obovata, you have the Hoya crinkle 8, then you have the Hoya Hindu robe. You also have the Crimson Queen, Crimson Princess, you have the furry ones, the shiny ones, the glossy ones. There's a bunch of different Hoyas. That changed once my Hoyas started to bloom flowers, and I started to notice that not only the leaves were different, but the flowers on each Hoya were different. I had my Hoya Shepherdii flower for me, and it smelled like a nice honeysuckled nectarine honey scent. It was so good. And then my Hoya obovata started growing peduncles and flowering, and then my Hoya Matilde, and then my Hoya Waiitii, and the flower looked different in all of them. My Hoya carnosa smelled like hot chocolate, and then my Hoya Waiitii smelled like berries and strawberries, and then they all smell different. So I learned to appreciate Hoyas in their full extent, the foliage on the leaves and also the flower. So now there's times where I look at a Hoya online, and then before I actually buy the Hoya, I like to see how the flower looks, and if the flower looks like a Hoya that I already have, I don't buy that Hoya, if that makes any sense. I also do buy the Hoyas because of their foliage, but now I also look at their flowers. If there's two Hoyas that are slightly different on the leaves, my deciding factor will be the flower. If the flower looks the same, then I don't buy either of them. And then if the flower is different from both of them, even though the leaves look the same, I buy both, if that makes any sense. But anyways, so yes, this Hoya right here, not only does it have striking foliage, and as you can tell, it has amazing foliage. It looks great. It just looks good. And then the new leaves come out. Like, this is a new leaf right here on the side. I'm not sure if you guys could tell, but it's a huge leaf. It's a huge leaf, and it's very woggly and wiggly, soft. This one over here is also a new leaf, and look at the size of this. You cannot experience it because this Hoya is so densely packed, but it's so big and it's so soft and mushy. And then the new leaves are hard, like a Hoya obovata. They're very hard, kind of like a Hoya hearts. It also started growing a vine here on the side. Amazing, guys. This Hoya, it's one of my favorites in all aspects because it also grows flowers. This Hoya has not grown flowers for me, but I've been doing my research online, and I know that this Hoya produces very fragrant, very full, very rounded flowers. They're a little bit yellow, orangey with a little bit of brown to them, and they smell so good. And I don't have a Hoya that have flowers like this, but I'm inclining that this Hoya is gonna grow a flower for me starting next year. I'm pretty sure. Since I think my Hoyas seem to like where I have them outside, I'm really happy with this Hoya. So tips and cares, guys, if you guys have this Hoya, if you guys are able to find this Hoya, or if you guys are in the lookout for this Hoya and you guys are using my video to see if you guys are gonna buy it or not. First things first is that the foliage is to die for, and I think the foliage alone should make you buy this plant, which is that was the reason why I purchased this plant. It's like a cross between a finlaysonii, like I said before, and a meredithii. And not only that, I'm gonna insert a clip right here on the side so you guys can see the picture of the flower that this Hoya produces. A lot of Hoyas that are cultivars tend to be easier to care for than an actual regular original Hoya. Not that this is a fake Hoya, but this is a cultivar, like I said. So like Hoya Matilde is a cultivar between the Hoya Serpent and the Hoya Carnosa Green. This is a cultivar between, like I said, the finlaysonii and the meredithii. But you get the best of both worlds. You get the thickness and the girth of the Hoya meredithii, and then you get the nice veining, striking foliage from the finlaysonii, which it's to die for. Absolutely love this Hoya. The tips and cares is I treat it like any other Hoya. It's like a regular Hoya green carnosa. I only water it like once every 2 weeks, once every week. It's more like a succulent like because the leaves are thick, and I feel like once you water them, the Hoya is able to absorb the water and keep it in the leaves just like a cactus. So water it sparingly, don't water it too often. It can easily tolerate droughts or like not watering it too much. It's great at growing. I feel like once it establishes and likes its environment, it starts growing like crazy. For soil, I only have it with a little bit of cocoa husks and regular potting mix with some vitamins. And that's about it, guys. Nothing else. Something that I do want to mention though, that if you guys are in the lookout for this Hoya, is that it does pick up a lot of dust. So you have to dust it off often, because it can tend to look a little bit ashy if you don't take care of it. But none other than that, it's a great Hoya. It grows really fast, and it can also get scorched if you guys have it like in your porch or whatever. If it gets a little bit of sunlight in it, it will scorch. I'm gonna show you guys here some leaves. Right here, this leaf, it's scorched, and then I'm gonna show you guys some leaves so you guys can see. But this Hoya does get scorched really quickly, and I feel like that's a negative. But anyways, and no Hoya is perfect, but nonetheless I like this Hoya. Also, this Hoya is a climber. It likes to climb up, but it also likes to drip down. So however you choose to put this Hoya, having it go up or having it go down, it's gonna do well. I'm gonna have it go down because I feel like that's what it's gonna end up doing. It's gonna start dripping down, but that's fine. Something else that I want to mention is the new leaves come out like a nice deep burgundy brownish red color, and then as it matures, it starts to get hard, and that's kinky. Once it matures, it starts getting nice and plump and bigger, and I think that's really good. So anyways, guys, this was my favorite Hoya, and it is my favorite Hoya at the moment from my entire collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram, where I do post updates on my plants. And I also have a second channel, which is Gussie Reviews. I do pretty much what it says. I review hair products, perfumes, a lot of stuff. So just make sure to go ahead and link will be in the description. You guys can go ahead and check out my second channel. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to drink water, water your plants, and take care of your family. Bye.